haven't. I'm gonna try to. Okay, so I've had the pork original, and I'm gonna try the beef shoyu. When I think back to the trip that Heather and I took to Japan, by and large, what we were doing when we were going to eat was having like I was being like, if I'm going to put money anywhere, I want to put it to the stuff that we can bring back with us.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, because memories and everything are important, but it's also like, that also means if we're going to spend money on food, then let's make sure that it's a special moment when we actually do have the food. And as an example, one day when we were in Okinawa, we were going to, what's the castle there? Shurijo Castle? I can't remember what castle is there again. But it was like, that was the seat of government for the king of the Ryukyu Islands for like decades until other countries said, no, you belong to us now. And so, they have a restaurant in this area. And so we were like, well, let's just go get lunch right here. And we stopped in and was like, have a seat, have some food. I opted for like this weird like Goya champuru, which is champuru's kind of just like, hey, we fried a bunch of stuff and made a stir fry almost kind of thing. That's not entirely accurate, but that's what I was like. I'm gonna have that. Heather had something else, and was like, this is cool. We're not eating in a castle. We're eating in the tourist center. But we are eating like on site at this place, and I was like, that's a fun thing to do. But most of our other meals were, let's go to the supermarket, let's just buy a bunch of stuff that's like already been prepared, and let's just take it back and eat whatever it is that we want to have whenever we want to have it. So more often than not, food was not like the basis of a lot of stuff that we did.
It's a little loud. Yeah.
But we did think of a couple things, because like when we were in Kyoto, it's like, oh, you're in Kyoto, there's probably lots of great places to eat. It's like, yes, but also, let's try Japanese Wendy's.
Sure.
So we did that. It was not great.
Not great in that it was worse than our Wendy's, or just in the expected Wendy's way?
It was in the expected Wendy's way. We were hoping it would be better, because it's kind of like, sometimes you think that, the precision and attention to detail and stuff like that, and we're just like, this is just kind of, it's a different thing that we're eating, but it is about the same part of having Wendy's at home, right?
Okay, sure.
McDonald's kind of felt the same way, except their hot pies were different.
Oh.
And they were better. I think we had like a hot strawberry sakura pie or something, and it was like, this is really good.
Interesting.
But like, we were like, we have to try Denny's, because they have Denny's there, and I have to know what Denny's is like. And Denny's is nothing like what Denny's is like here, which is so disappointing, because you expect Moons Over Miami or Grand Slams. None of that.
Yes, but also, Denny's is one of those places that I don't want to eat at unless it's 4 a.m.
Right.
So, was the food better?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't what we wanted, but it was better.
Right. So was it 4 a.m. when you tried Japanese Denny's?
It was like noon, because we're like, we got to get breakfast. And we're like, oh, Denny's is a place for breakfast.
Sure.
No, it isn't. Not
really?
in Japan, yeah.
What do they serve?
It's just all day, like, family restaurant food. So,
so you're getting, like, burgers?
Sandwiches and, like, entrees and, like, it just didn't really feel like, where's all the stuff that we know them for, right? So I think I might have had a Clubhouse or something, and I was like, that's close, but it's not quite there. They had like, the menu that was like, oh, you can get this American whatever, and it's like, why are you saying that? You're Denny's. You are, like, we know where you come from.
We know what to expect.
Yeah, but you can't get just, like, you can't get a Grand Slam.
Interesting. Can you get, like, so no pancakes, no waffles?
I don't think I saw any pancakes.
No fried eggs?
Did not see fried eggs either, actually, is a thing. Yeah, like, just a lot of stuff that's like, you expect to see this. It's like, no, it's all family restaurant fare. Like, whatever. So we went to a place called Caesarea, which is like an Italian-style family restaurant thing, and both Heather and I managed to eat like a decent lunch for less than $15 together.
Awesome.
And I was just like, I don't know how these places stay in business, but it's just volume, I guess. I don't really get it. So yeah, mostly we didn't eat anything like fun and like stopping at random restaurants just in holes in the wall and stuff like that. So it means that we didn't do things like just like, let's try this ramen place or whatever.
Right. I mean, that, unless you have a guide telling you like, hey, this ramen place is really unique or something like that, I can see that. Save your money for the experiences you know are going to be something you want to have. I'm a big fan of just eating the hotel, eating the get breakfast materials and make it in the hotel, like that sort of thing when you're traveling, because figuring out where to eat every day, especially multiple times a day, is stressful.
Yeah, it's a lot of, and you end up spending too much time thinking about, well, what if I go eat here, then am I giving up on something else?
Yeah, for sure.
What's my opportunity cost like?
Reading what they are.
Yeah, bust in here, by all means. Push me out of the way.
I need to go get a bowl.
Yes, we have run out of bowls. There are paper bowls in the kitchen.
We did.
Are there paper bowls in the kitchen, or are those the paper bowls on the shelf behind Beej that I already brought out?
What? Paper bowls.
High up,
What?
or stage right?
This is great. I'm enjoying this. Ah,
Scavenger hunt.
I found them.
All right,
Hey,
summon
Ego!
Ego. Yeah.
Bowls in here. If you can hear me on the microphone, out
We
in the
were
friend zone.
smart, and then not.
Ian told me a great thing though.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah, he was like, if you go to Japan, everybody goes to Akihabara.
Okay,
If you're a
right.
nerd, right?
Yeah, of course.
But Akihabara's very, very commercial, which means that if you're shopping for things there, you're trying to find cheaper stuff there. There is less of a chance that you're going to find anything cheap in Akihabara.
Bowls are
Right here now.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna grab a red solo.
Oh, yeah.
Beer
That'd have been
bong
good
or
too.
something.
But yeah, the fact is like, so we were walking around and looking at stuff. We're just like, man, why do all the cheap electronic, like the used electronics, why do they all like? We were gonna we walked into a hard off for secondhand electronics, and they had a broken new 3DS XL for I think it was $250.
A broken one.
Wait, no,
Sorry, what?
$150 for the broken one.
Still.
A working one was $300. Yeah.
Can't you?
That's Canadian, by the
Can't
way.
you just buy those though?
You
Like-
can't find them anywhere anymore.
Really?
Right. Like it's
Yeah.
just really hard to do. And I was like, so they have a broken one for $150, and they don't have anything on it to say, like they're just like, we've tried turning it on, it doesn't turn on, or the screen is cracked, or like that kind of thing, and that's
It's
it.
just broken.
Yeah, and you have no idea of like how deep does the damage go, because they will be like, this thing doesn't power on, or this has a broken screen, and that's kind of it. But you're like, that's all I know. You guys didn't actually tear it to pieces. So if I buy
Right.
this thing, it might turn out that it's actually incredibly broken.
And you've just wasted $150.
Yeah, that I won't be able to like recover by doing a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so we just kind of felt like there isn't a lot here that's cheap. And then Ian had told us before we left, he's like, hey, if you get an opportunity, don't go to Akihabara to be buying a bunch of stuff like that. You should be going to Nakano Broadway.
Oh.
And in,
I've never heard of this place.
I had
The
never
new
heard of that.
Akihabara?
Sorry?
It's the new Akihabara?
It is the new Akihabara. It's in the sense that it's like everything's cheaper there. Everything's kind of like it's not as like cleaned up and very touristy or whatever. There are still things to find there, but it's I think mostly just because it's cheaper to rent the place out. And there's just a big Nakano Broadway. When you get off at Nakano, is it the station called that? When you get off there at the station or whatever, you walk through a shopping street for a fair distance. We ate at a katsu place there that was really good, actually. It was a nice place to eat. And then there's like a 2-story, really, think of like the oldest mall in the town you've ever like lived in, and now make
Okay.
it 2 stories.
Got
Like it's
it.
just run down, right?
I can picture this.
Yeah, there's also a basement too. And then fill it with stores floor to ceiling and like, shoulder to shoulder, just full of random crap. Just like if you want to buy Mandarake has 8 stores in this one place, and all they do is buy and sell used stuff. And they've divided each store up into, do you like figurines? That is in this store down the way,
Oh, so they
whatever.
have, they have multiple stores, and each one is for a specific
Exactly.
type of interest.
They even have one storefront that all they do is they wrap and ship stuff. You can stand there wrapping and shipping things.
It's a postal, like a courier store, basically.
The whole idea is like you buy and sell your stuff online, and so they have like a bunch of different mandarakes all around like Japan, and depending on where you're getting it from, they can ship stuff to you. And so they're like, well, if you're getting it from Nakano Broadway, we have 8 different stores here that are all different genres of gear, so
Right.
we will just let you we have to have a place to pack and ship this stuff, so we just rented another storefront just to do all the packing and shipping in. It was very weird.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Heather and I went there and we walked around. I'm like, I am blown away at the sheer amount of just random stores full of stuff. And you're walking around, you're like, oh, it's a bunch of cheap anime, whatever, right? It's a bunch
Sure.
of stuffies or a bunch of like Studio Ghibli stuff. And then right next to it is a store that is selling multi-$1,000 jewelry to people. And there's a store beside that that's doing real estate deals for whatever reason. And then there's 3 more stores in a row that are doing just random anime things. It's very
Interesting.
peculiar.
I mean, that's kind of what you want if you're going to go explore in Japan, I think. Yeah.
It was really
Sounds
fun.
great.
We couldn't stay the whole day because we were just kind of like, I don't know what we're looking at, and eventually you get to a point where you're like, I'm tired of walking around just looking for things, like doing the...
Right.
So you have to kind of stop eventually, but...
You eventually need to sit
It kind of
somewhere and
overload.
wait a bit.
Yeah, you get overloaded with it, and you really do have to be like, we need to get out of here and not be doing stuff. And I know that if I'd gone by myself, I probably would just push myself incredibly hard, just be like, I'm constantly looking for deals. But the thing that I realized after this trip, because you can go find all the places, Mandarake, Lashing Bang, there's like a whole bunch of places online that sell used stuff. People bought a thing and then they don't want it, right? So they sell it back, or they went to the gacha machines, or they went to the UFO catchers and they bought a bunch of things,
Right.
and they sell back what they don't want. So everything's practically brand new or is completely brand new. They sell it to these secondhand stores, and the secondhand stores pump the price a little bit, still cheap.
Sure.
And then you can just buy that stuff online and have it shipped. And I'm like, I had some stuff shipped to Fuji because he's there, right? So I shipped some stuff to where he was. He's like, yeah, I'll receive your stuff for you. I ordered some stuff that I didn't realize how big it was. Oops. Yeah. I got something that's about, it was only half the size of Harry. But
nothing.
yeah, nothing at all.
Easy to store.
Thing was big, and so he received it for me gladly. But he's like, Beej, are you going to be able to bring this back? I'm like, yes, I have to now. We'll buy a big bag.
Yeah.
But it made me realize, I'm like, maybe what we do the next time we go, which will not be once a decade, but the next time we go, I'm going to figure out the things that I'm interested in buying. Then I'm going to go online and find them in the stores that they have them in, all secondhand, if that's going to be how it is. And then I'm just going to buy them and have them shipped to the hotel that we're staying at.
That makes sense.
For the end of the tour.
Right.
So
So you don't have to wander around with bags of stuff.
Yeah, what that means then is it's like we don't have to also spend our time going and looking and shopping for stuff all the time.
Right.
We can turn around and be like, what do we actually want to do with our time here? How easily do we want to take it, and where do we want to end up going and doing stuff?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Is it still more efficient to do that rather than to get it shipped to Canada? Like
Yes, because I can bring stuff home in my bag.
Right.
I can throw away all my clothing and pack my bag full of stuff.
I mean, you're naked on the plane, but sometimes you have to make some sacrifices.
You just wear a towel, right? You have the modesty towel.
They have, apparently there are services in Japan that if you're going to go stay at like a place, you can opt to ship all your stuff there ahead of time. And then they'll come, the rules apparently it's like, oh, I want to send all my luggage ahead of me.
Right.
So they'll come and they'll pick up all your luggage from you and they'll take it to your hotel. So when you show up at your hotel you're going to stay at, you didn't have to take all that on the train or do anything else. They'll just have it waiting for you when you get there. And if you're going multiple places, then you just kind of set that up with a hotel in advance to be like, and then I'm going to just drop it down here and you just mail it off to my next hotel for me. And then when I get there, it'll all be there. And it's like $20, $25 to do that.
Yeah, that really ties into what we were talking about a couple nights ago, where you can just pay a little bit more for a lot of convenience sometimes. Yeah. You just realize that, you know what? No, I don't have to tough this all out.
Yeah, I don't have to roll all this crap through the middle of the, I get scared because I'm like, I don't want to accidentally lose my stuff, but I'm like,
Right, of course.
it is like, if I just give it to somebody and they take it to the next location.
I feel like if there's one place that I would trust that they're going to be able to transport my stuff from one place to another successfully without breaking it, it's Japan.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't even trust here in Canada.
No, absolutely not. Looking at how the airlines treat luggage and the shipping companies treat luggage or packages and all that, nope. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I have not made it to Japan. I definitely want to, but I mean, it's one of those things that there's so much to see there. I mean, for me personally, like, I want to see some of the car culture in Japan.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
see Daikoku parking lot and some of the, you know, the two-gay roads and that sort of thing. But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Going to see places where people actually race and stuff too.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the car culture, like in terms of the attractions for that. So I think that's really cool. That oh yeah, these are the places I want to go. That do they exist at least out in like the outskirts of places as well? Like, can you kind of spread your or you be like mostly have to hang out around Tokyo?
A lot of it is around Tokyo, I think, but
Okay.
the racetracks aren't necessarily.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, like Daikoku parking lot is in the middle of kind of the Wangan roads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the big parking lot there,
Okay.
which is where all the like huge car meets and stuff happen, from
Right.
what I've heard. But yeah, I think the rest of it is kind of spread out around the place. The two gay roads are all in the hills, right?
Right.
And of course, they cater to all the weebs coming from out of country that want to drive, you know, an RX-7 on the two gay roads or whatever.
That's
and
true. Yeah.
They will rent you one to drive. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like, and they'll put you in the car and they'll drive.
No,
you.
they will rent you one to drive.
Nice.
Yeah. But
I've only driven on the wrong side of the road one time, and it was in Australia. And
I have also driven in Australia.
Yeah. And I just kind of was like, oh, I have to practice this.